Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Manassas campaign for you. Our first round is going to be the Pat's Turnpike, followed up by the Framing Fences on Conquest, I assume. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So our regiments for today, on the CSA side, you have the Missouri State Guard, Colquitt's Brigade, I Corps, 5th New Hampshire, 10th Tennessee, 12th Virginia, and the Sussy Brigade. Whereas on the Union side, you got the Iron Brigade, Corn Brigade, 2 Corps, Pennsylvania Army, Mississippi Brigade, and 3 Corps, which 3 Corps is 15th Alabama and the Jackson's Division. Server pop for tonight, it's currently 267. In balance is 7 right now in CSA's favor. CSA and Union both have 3 on artillery, so our infantry in balance currently is now 9. Frontline reporters for today on our Union side here, you have Archer from the 6th Louisiana or 2 Corps, and then on the opposite side of things, you got Zoo from the 5th Florida or Sussy Brigade. And so, with that out of the way, we got Pat's Turnpike. CSA already playing a little bit of an aggressive approach here. They all grouped up by their arty, and then they all just push forward, and we got this big line battle now, which is something you don't see too often, especially on this map. Not that I've seen this map a lot. However, traditionally, CSA have gone through this wood line where Union are set up, take the wood line, and then push out here and maybe engage with the Union over here, whether it be charging or shooting from the wood line, because you have the point of contention kind of centered here. But it looks like CSA is getting aggressive, and 12th Virginia is kind of leading this forward here for the CSA side. This event, they don't have a Steam chat, so if officers want to communicate with each other, they got to use the in-game text chat system, which is on the bottom left that I just hit, or they can talk to each other in-game. But 12th VA moves up, friendly seeing so, also following suit, and our first melee of the round has begun. CSA starting to overtake this Union left side. Again, the full CSA team kind of put their might into this open field, which a lot of the Union team is in that woods and they haven't really moved. I mean, you normally don't expect CSA to do something like this, but yet they have. Last of the Union trying to get their flags out and hold, but it looks like CSA is going to be able to completely wipe through that. They have knocked down Union about a fourth of a morale stage. CSA slightly down, but that's a huge start for CSA. Unbelievable. Now Union's starting to move out of the wood line as well. It's interesting, too, because, who's he got? 15th Alabama here. It is interesting to note that with this recent update, we don't know the exact ticket imbalance of this map. However, we know the developers gave the defenders 7.5% tickets. And I would say this is one of the better changes, because on this map, Union, they have the 114th Pennsylvania with the Springfield 61. They also have the 2nd United States with the Springfield 61 as well. However, their NCOs have the Sharps rifle, which can have a scope on it. Meanwhile, the CSA side, they got the Palmetto Sharpshooters, which have the Enfield with the Mississippi. So they can choose either one. NCOs also have the scoped Whitworths, and then they also have the 5th Virginia Regiment with the option of the Enfield, Springfield 55, but more importantly, that buck and ball. So CSA, they've got the Mississippis, which are really good at shooting, and they also have the buck and ball, which shoots like shotguns, and so that's why you generally see CSA go through the woods. CSA generally control this map. They wipe through the Union, but they have wiped the Union on the other side of the map, now taking a huge lead. I'm seeing... Oh, yeah, it's a 20-man imbalance, too. That might also be why we're seeing what we're seeing here. Who knows? But anyways, we'll just keep recording this, and, you know, if they restart, then this will be the first round of the night, and we'll go on to the... we'll restart the round, and I'll just keep this in. But for now... CSA, if they're up 20 guys on a map as biased as this is to them, even with a 7.5% increase in tickets for the defenders, there should be zero reason why the attackers lose this map. 15-man imbalance is kind of at that point where it's too much. It's too much. And if you're up 20, it's even more. So CSA's got complete control of the field. Union's down 2 flags. Those flags got a 5-minute despawn timer on those. So... if Union doesn't pick them up for the next 5 minutes, they'll despawn, and then Union can spawn back in with them. Otherwise, they just have to run up and pick it up. So, looking at this kind of CSA line here, you got the 5th New Hampshire. Looks like they're just off skirmishing on this right side. Meanwhile, going towards the center here, looks like you got some banners guys mixed in here. With back on the arty, you got 5th North Carolina and I Corps guys. Mix of Sussy there as well. We saw 12th VA pushing up. They've been kind of spearheading the CSA assault tonight so far. And further back, you got MSG, 10th Tennessee, and Colquitt's. A little surprised they haven't tried to take advantage by going in the woods. I assume they have the 42s if they don't have the Mississippis, but I'm surprised they're just not securing that 12th VA's flank. So Union's about to go down to engage CSA if they want, because they've played aggressive. They've given themselves a lot of time to kind of do what they want. They can either sit and shoot this out for a while trying to get Union down. I don't think they can get to this corn. By charging that, they'd be out of bounds. So with that in mind, CSA can shoot them down for a while, but generally shooting down your opponent, it's not always the best option, at least for a grand plan, because you might run out of time, right? I mean, sure, you're going to get tickets down. They are restarting. Very bad balance, they say, and they're restarting. So, looks like they're going to restart the round here in a moment or so. But yeah, this was a fun first round for tonight. Really enjoyable. CSA dominated it pretty well. Union just folded like an omelet. And don't mind the 20-man imbalance. CSA is just better. So I assume they're going to restart in a second or so, or maybe they're just trying to figure out the balance. Who knows? But Union go down to engage now. It'd be funny if they just didn't restart. Which, yeah, that's why Union's kind of going out here. They're just like, screw it.
Gentlemen, if we get through this, go to the big tree on the other side.
Move.
But, you know, I guess this happens. I mean, it was a nice little charge to start from CSA. Now, Union at least should be able to respond accordingly to whatever the CSA does, right? Because if CSA full pushed this side, Union, you would think, would react and want to send their whole team over here this time. So we'll see how the round goes. Looks like the 5th New Hampshire is balancing over. And with that being said, we'll restart for round 1.5. And here we are with round 1.5 of tonight's event. A glorious thing indeed. So the Union team, they sent all their guys to the woods, but it looks like they're actually moving them out in the open. I was a little confused why they were going in the woods, considering CSA would most likely just repeat the same thing. And my goodness, Union, this is a great move here from 15th and JD. They do have one CSA group heading that way, though. 12th VA is heading into the woods. But it looks like 15th Alabama is just going to kind of get up close and take the fight to them.
Let them up, boys. Let them up.
If I were CSA, I would charge this 3-core out and then push to the woods or continue pushing up. CSA is going to outnumber the Union guys that are here. And 15th Alabama may be realizing this, are now falling back as CSA is about to overwhelm their position. Where'd JD go? Ah, they went to deal with 12th VA, but good response here from CSA. Tennessee, CQB rushing this way. They should keep going, especially if they know 12th VA is over on this side. So they get out. CSA are going to hold that little pursuit there. Meanwhile, JD is shooting off with 12th VA. And the CSA assault has kind of come to a halt in a sense. Wow. And the unfortunate thing is, you almost wonder if it was balanced, if the CSA... I mean, because CSA had about as great of a start as you could in round 1.0. So, You always wonder, right? Maybe if the numbers were a little more fair, what would have happened there. But, hey, maybe Union could have actually held the push. Who knows? But a lot of Union wasn't in the fighting. Anyways, you can't talk about the hypotheticals at this point. We got a battle on our hands. 12th VA getting beautiful flanking shots, and 3-core just kind of doesn't see them. They are starting to move out now. Meanwhile, rest of the CSA looking to continue their plan here, are just going straight at the center. We'll check the balance again in a second. I assume it's a little better. You've got Union groups sitting around the side here shooting into the CSA. I mean, they're getting nice shots, but if you let the CSA flags just sit here for a while, they could get respawns, but it looks like that's not going to be the case here. Iron Brigade's now pushing up. 30th Ohio seeing the same, are pushing in as well. And that's now 2 CSA flags are down. Our battle's kind of turned on its head here. Meanwhile, in the woods, it looks like one of these Union groups is looking to engage the CSA. 15th Alabama going into 12th 3A. JD not supporting. Now they're moving in.
Finish him off.
There we go.
Get them all.
So that's going to be another, like, 3 CSA flags down now. Wow. Anyways, our balance with the 5th New Hampshire help, it's pretty good. Union's up by 2. And artillery-wise, CSA now has 7 on it. Union has 9. So that's a little higher than what we saw earlier. So that's going to make our infantry in balance even, actually. So all good things, I guess. Yeah, CSA, you're probably a little annoyed, right? Because that's the thing, right, is you have round 1.0 go, you do your plan, it works perfectly. Now when you start round 1.5, Union kind of knew and they reacted. And, I mean, some of the CSA sat back here just shooting at the Union while the rest of their friendlies went in. And sure, those CSA guys should have gone in. But, or maybe Union would have held the initial, again, all hypotheticals. But I wouldn't be surprised if the CSA side was very annoyed right now. You can't necessarily blame them for that. So, CSA is now down 3 flags at this point, and Union has a slight ticket lead. And what a turn of events this has been. So, again, these flags, they got a 5-minute despawn timer on it. CSA could just charge right in again, trying to get those flags back out, or just sit back and shoot it out. Again, similar to last round, despite it not being as successful, right? You still have the same exact idea. If you're really aggressive at the beginning of the round, even if it doesn't work, right, you still have a lot of time to kind of do what you want. Because you get a bunch of kills, and now you got 38 minutes with everyone being down a good chunk of tickets. Whereas, imagine if CSA just sat and shot it out for the first, 8 minutes of our round here. Or 7 minutes, rather. And both sides are like an eighth of the way through breaking, right? It just gives you more time to relax. Because sitting and shooting doesn't always guarantee that you're going to be able to knock your opponent down. So, looks like CSA guys are just going to run up and try to get it, which is not a bad idea per se. Union obviously is not going to hold forward on those flags to keep them down because, you don't want to put your line in an open position. And 15th Alabama's going up again. They're probably just going to pop shots and fall back. At least you can assume. And they take about a casualty or 2, but never mind, that was about 3. So they'll get out. CSA, 12th VA pushing back up with company. And they're popping shots, but again, right, even though that charge was a failure, especially considering what happened earlier, right, tickets are still somewhat even. I mean, Union's up a little bit. As an attacker, you can be down up to a 4th of a morale stage and still be in a good spot. It's about to a 1/3 and a half a morale stage difference, where as a attacker you need to start being concerned.
Run. Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you, man. Get out of here! Go assured!
Crazy. So, nice retrieval there. So that's, did they get all their flags? I hope they lost a flag over there. Huh. It seems that CSA either got all their flags or a flag was despawned, which I don't know what happened there, but alas, CSA should have all their flags. They got one to the left here, one in the center, they got one here. I don't know where their 4th flag is. It might have despawned already. I don't know if it was inbounds or out of bounds, but anyways. Union's got full control of the woods. CSA's kind of being pincered here, and here's the thing, right? CSA knows there's Union obviously over to the east over here, and they also know they got Union in the woods. CSA needs to group up and hit one of these sides, similar to what we saw in round 1.0. And I mean, CSA has the buck and balls, so they just need, as a team, they just need to push through, right? It's not like the Union's gonna push up and try to take this ground, right? That'd push Union way too far forward, and that would overextend their line. So I really think CSA, just as a team, needs to push into the woods. They don't need to go in independently, per se, which 12th VA is going to be doing that again. Which again, yeah, I think it's a good idea, but it's a lot of the time this game just comes down to numbers. So you got 3 Corps here, ready to fight them.
Let them up, boys. There we go. Officer down. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up.
Keep up that independent fire, gentlemen.
Even got a bugle. I almost wonder if that's a regimental or not because they don't have a tag. Actually surprised they're in the store. Normally non-tag people get kicked. So looks like you got 1st Delaware moving up as well with a couple of banner guys. But again, CSA needs to commit more. CSA kind of went in a little blind. Looks like some of them might have charged on this left side here. However, the thing is that CSA is going independently at this Union defense when Union's very spread out. You can't independently go at a spread out defense. You just got to charge ones to the sides and collapse through. So, regardless of all that, I-Corps and Banners, CQB push up, trying to get into a closer engagement here with the Union. And CSA is first to go into engage. Union, however, is shortly to follow. Hello. And you got more CSA pushing up. Looks like they got completely pushed out of the woods, but they protect their flags. 10th Tennessee canister shot was tried.
Fire into them, boys. Fire into them.
And CSA seeing 10th Tennessee and some MSG guys go, oh, CSA, Artie, what are you doing? Oh, man, it knocked down one of their flags. Sure, we picked back up, but that kills a little bit of momentum there.
Officer in front.
Oh, my goodness. And the Union goes down to engaged. I mean, great Artie shot. They got kills, right? But, man... 6LA guys trying to hold their line, but a lot of their friendlies moved off to the left side to help reinforce that. So CSA will inevitably get Union down here. Archer and Ninja still alive, though. Ninja and Pokeju going out.
What the fuck?
Man, this officer sucks. You're dead, man. Hi.
I can't hit shit either, dude.
You're dead. Come here.
Yeah, trooper.
You're next. Come here.
Anyways, oh my... Where'd that Artie shot go? Exploded in the middle of the woods over there. You can barely see it. So, Union, I think smartly so, are trying to reinforce their friendlies. Collapse in, defeat in detail there. And so you got the Union pushing out of the woods here. 15th Alabama kind of playing aggressive for Union tonight. Are going to retake the center position. And now CSU's down about a fourth of a stage.
Hold here, gentlemen. Hold here. Independent fire. Take fucking cover on these cannons and caissons. Light them up.
Oh, that guy just got dropped trying to hide behind here.
We have a friendly company to the east.
Why are there CSA artillerymen running up to the front?
They're coming, they're coming, they're
I
coming.
really want these guns.
That's a Reb officer right there.
CSA seems confident in the fact that they're going to take these guns, which looks like you got some CSA main spawns moving up. A CSA trickling from one of their groups died, but look at it's a similar thing, right? CSAs, they're all trying to hide and cover on these rocks here. Union's kind of just spread out and shooting them from multiple angles. It's again, this is kind of the trend we're seeing with tonight is if the defenders are really spread out, you just got to blob up and move as fast as you can to try to knock your opponent out on one of the sides. Obviously a lot harder to execute than simply just talking about it, but it's the general idea in terms of strategy. CSA is now down to almost half morale stage. Because, I mean, that's the thing, right? Union's shooting in from multiple directions to a very concentrated area. And it's going to be rough for CSA. Looks like Union or CSA got a good arty shot, made up for that friendly fire. But It is.
CQB, this way.
Recognition there from Knight. They're going to assumably back off, but again, right? Don't need to repeat it much more. Why do you got Union guys going out here? What are you guys doing? 5th VA. Angel committed. No bayonet. Still gets a kill. Another bonk. Another bonk. That's 5. 2 kills. Okay, you got... I don't know if they were out of line kills or skirmishing, but he definitely got more kills than what he should have. So, this is, I mean, CSA, again, right? They've been super aggressive. There's been a lot of fighting. 30 minutes left, with each side being about a morale stage and a half down on average, right? It's a good, they're doing a good amount of damage, for sure. And obviously they got plenty of time to bring this back, too. What are they shooting? Looks like some Union guys charged out CSA Artie. Uh-oh, who's better, Artie or infantry? Well, you heard it here first.
That's what I thought, pussy.
So, Union's, a good amount of the team is starting to retreat into the wood line again. And a majority, in fact. So, wow.
CQB, pull it back.
Get on the fence!
Now, the thing is, with buck and ball versus your normal rifle, right? There's a big argument over whether the rifle is better for shooting long distance than buck and ball. Buck and ball, you got to aim higher. There's a good amount of spread with it, right? The pellets of the buck and ball shot don't actually kill past 33 yards. Was that CSA Artie again? I don't know who shot that, but man.
I'm gonna cook.
But it's an argument for if buck and ball in the Springfield 42 is better at shooting distance than your normal rifle. Now, I normally say buck and ball. You have a fair amount of people saying the rifles are better, but it seems that this longer shootout so far has been a lot more better for the Union. But again, Union has consistently kind of spread out more. I mean, also, right, I think this is a good thing to note, right? We're looking from the CSA position here. You're looking in the woods. You cannot see where the Union is. You can see them kind of in the center of my screen there, but they're silhouetted, and you can see when they run out of the shade into the sun, they're much more visible. The shade is such a huge part of this game. It's just huge in terms of cover, right? I mean, just looking here, it's a lot easier to see the guys in the sun versus the guys on the right that are in the shade, the few of them that are in the shade. But, I mean, it's just... Shade's a huge thing. CSA doesn't have any of that. They're kind of in the open. Oh my goodness, what a shot. Again, that almost looked like there was CSA already. Just, I don't know, but Union's cooking on a couple of these shots here.
We can't stay here.
It's also, again, right, it worked really well last round. It was kind of surprising. But, again, I don't know why CSA is not just grouping up as a team and trying to hit this woods. CSA's dominated. Looks like they're starting to do that, but I don't know if they have enough manpower to actually push through there. They got a good portion of their team over here. Sure, Union does as well, but we'll see how this goes. I really like the change of plan, though, here from Sussy Brigade. I also saw CQB with them as well. Now they're going to go in. I like this a lot. Is it going to work, though?
We wipe them. Don't stop and shoot. Don't let them sit.
Keep going.
Fucking stop.
Wipe their asses. Go. I can get going. Get over here, boy. Come here, guys.
And so, I mean, Union at least initially gets wiped. Reinforcements, though, huge amount here from 15th Alabama and MB, and they're going to be able to hold this line. Forcing CSA down to taking losses. Really good hold.
Neuter them! Neuter them!
Believe in yourself. Believe in the me who believes in you.
So, I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? It's a good idea, and I think CSA's got to do that, but they don't have the numbers. I mean, if you tell me one team's got 80 dudes and the other one has 60, even if it's like a 80 to 65, 80 to 70, the team with 80 is probably winning. So, obviously, when you had different things like buck and ball, that can make a difference, but again, a lot of this comes down to numbers. They did not lose a flag either, CSA, so good on that. I don't know if they brought it up or it just fell back. I assume it fell back because there's a Banner's guy with the flag there. So, CSA's got to make up their mind. They got to come up as a... They got to do stuff as a team. They got to go in together, commit together. So 10th Tennessee, you heard them there. They're shifting over to the woods more. CSA is heading that way as well. I mean, I'm in the CSA chat. I mean, Zoo is telling everyone to go left, which was what they need to do, right? Look how spread out the Union team is. Now, the thing is they have to kind of move quick, because eventually the Union over here are going to realize the CSA shifted, and then they're going to move. So CSA's got to move as fast as they can while still being organized. That's a good way to put it. So 10th Tennessee MSG, some 12th VA guys there forming up with their team. Still kind of holding back here. Yeah, it looks like it's most of 12th VA. They're now starting to move out that way. But CSA's got to move quick. Union over here, they're not really moving as of yet.
Be ready to move, CQB.
You can tell it's hard enough to see what's going on up here. Imagine what's going down there. Union taking losses. So CSA is at least holding a little bit of ground. They thrust forward again at JD and company. 15th Alabama as well. The question is Union reinforcements moving into assist?
Your flag too, sir. And your flag, sir.
Because if CSA could start to get some momentum, maybe get a flag down or two. Yeah, it can be the start of a change there. So, the CSA win that charge pretty handily. Union kind of just push up and are now charging Artie. PA is trying to move over, probably the only Union group to try and help, but they don't have a whole lot of guys.
Hey. Guys, keep it down.
So, a really good change here from CSA side. Beautifully executed. Union did not reinforce in time, and it looks like they still do not even want to go over there. You got 30th Ohio, 4th Brigade over on this side, and then charging the Artie, you got Iron Brigade and 5th VA. So, again, miniature wins, but CSA just completely took the woods. They have all their flags. Union has, it looks like 3 flags down in the woods right now, and that ticket gap looks to be getting a little closer. So, Union at this point, they can try to hold the CSA in the woods, but that's going to be a very difficult endeavor with CSA having buck and ball. So CSA is now going to push up to this position here. If they hit Union down the breaking, they can capture the point and win. Union, those flags, 5-minute despawn timer on those. So all these Union guys coming from Maine, if they die, they spawn back in Maine. So CSA can play aggressive and kind of abuse the Union. Just because CSA is going to be able to spawn guys in their line with their flags, and Union won't be able to.
Make sure we're not capping. Don't push that far up. Hey, they're in the field. They're in the field. They're in the field.
What? Oh. I was so confused why I had that pop-up. I'm like, that's kind of wild. Anyways, CQB at 12th VA starting to get into the Union respawn wave.
Sit down, Yankee.
They just can't overextend, right? Sure, Union doesn't have respawns, but they have a lot of guys, and they could just push through if they want to. 12th VA trying to hold a brunt of that anyways. Meanwhile, rest of CSA is holding on the Quezon area, kind of getting into a shootout with the Union. I'm going to be intrigued to see if Union wants to push this or not. Very risky to go in the woods with CSA having that bucking ball, but obviously you need your flags. I don't think CSA is going to force the Union into breaking, at least before they can get their flags back. So, oh, why'd I zoom in there? But at least for now, Union's kind of getting into a shootout. Their main spawn is right over here, by the way. So it's not considerably far from where the main Union group is, but...
Trim the bush, boys. Bushwhacking. I've always liked the little bit of bush.
behind too, but that's okay.
I can't see shit.
Alright, just shoot.
Major
JD, don't charge. JD, don't charge.
So as you can hear what they're saying there, and what I'm seeing in the text chat on one of the frontline porters, Union's just going to not risk going for their flags. You know, there's no real point. Right, if you're going to hit breaking, then maybe you can argue trying to push through, but at that point you got to be on point. But for now, you don't have to worry about it. So, if I were CSA, they could try to consider a team push up towards the Union, maybe try to get a wipe there, or at least kill a lot of them. So, because you know they don't have their flags, they can't respawn. You can wipe a good amount, maybe try to get them down in the breaking, although they got only about 2 or 3 minutes left before they despawn. I mean, you know, huge props to CSA, though. They had an initial plan. They were able to come together and agree on something else and go from there. And really use... It really should have been what they were supposed to do at the beginning of the round, but regardless, you know, it is what it is. It's nice to try different things, maybe try to catch the defending team off guard. But unfortunately, that surprise was kind of revealed with round 1.0. However... CSA stuck with their plan. You know, it wasn't really working, and they adjusted course. They're still a little bit down on tickets, but they've definitely evened that gap a little bit. And they're getting a little close to each other. One of those flags despawned. JD is getting awfully close to this CSA line when there's no real need to. If anything, they're just trying to get their team into breaking before they can get their flags back. They think they can break them, though. They're going to go in. CSA hits breaking. Union is about to follow as well. CSA could try to pre-cap since no one's near point except for them. So 15th Alabama reinforced as well. Looks like PA did as well, and they're barely going to win that. Meanwhile, it looks like Union, realizing they're about to hit breaking, are starting to push on the point. 30th Ohio, trying to get up here. Rip Archangel. CSA is right there, though, and they could probably just charge in. They'll hit Union into breaking, and they can cap and win off the rip.
They killed Timmy. Sorry, there was a guy right there.
And Union looks like they're slowly starting to push forward. Those flags have despawned now, so Union should have access, at least at their main spawn, to their flags. But the question is it too late? Union's trying to push through the wood line now completely after wiping that 12th VA flank. 12th VA, though, did get their flags out, which is at least just a good thing for them anyways.
The children yearn for the mountains. Right in front of us! Right in front of us! Here they come, boys! Here they come!
Flags, get back!
Right in front, boys! Right in front! Be ready, here they come.
Use your big man. Here they come. Get those bayonets on, boys. Bayonets, get them on. You're spawning in, get those bayonets on.
Union's trying to sneak around a little more. But the 5th New Hampshire guys are heading that way. Union hits breaking, so CSA at this point, if they capture point, they can win. And they should collapse down on it. Union, they're very kind of spread out right now. This might be a little rough for them trying to get it. CSA's leaving the wood line now. They just need to fully cap. Maybe Union can maybe afford shooting into them for like 5 to 10 more seconds, but then at that point they have to go in and contest point,
They're coming down the hill.
which they gotta go in now. Union's now starting to do that. 15th Alabama on this side, 6 LA the other prong kind of going forward. Union in the woods collapsing in, and then you got Iron Brigade coming from the open field.
Get up there, boys. Get up there.
Canister shot just flung through CSA line. That was a good angle.
Northeast, northeast, northeast.
Pick the flag up and go west, right? Run west.
Union is starting to take the point back.
I can't pick it up, dickhead.
CSA just needs to protect their flags and get back out. Union is spearheading. Man, what a spearhead by the Union team there. Really well done. So Union's going to at least hold the point for now. Tickets getting a lot more even, which is good. Good sign for CSA. And they've got a lot of time. Union needs to get these CSA flags down and make sure they can't get them back. Unfortunately, though, it looks like CSA... Oh my goodness, 5th New Hampshire's here. And 5th New Hampshire at least prevents one more from getting out. They got a couple more CSA over that way, but CSA at least will be able to get one flag out. Meanwhile, you got Banner's guys here with the 4th CSA flag.
Fuck you, motherfucker. Hey, Flag Bear, where you going? Flag Bear, where you going? Hey, come here. Come here,
Midnight, you coming around here?
Come here.
That fucker. Check the flag, boys.
So, CSA at this point just needs to do a very similar thing, you know, get formed up, wrap around the woods. Issue being they have 2 down flags right now. CSA could have waited out for 5 minutes getting into a shootout if they would like to. But they don't necessarily need to. Good job getting that 3rd flag out, or I guess the 2nd flag that's still up for CSA. I'm glad they're getting it out right now. You don't want to stick up here too long and then Union eventually realize there's a flag there and for them to take it. And that's also why you see Union pushing forward here. They have a natural definitely that they can use as kind of cover. But again, you want to prevent CSA from getting these respawns up here, especially as the ticket count is starting to get close. So it'll be intriguing to see how CSA wants to play this. They can push through that wood line if they want to. Try to circle around, which it looks like they're reforming. I mean, they should be able to get that flag there.
Yeah, clear these bushes out. Clear these fucking bushes out. Alright, pull back, gentlemen, pull back. Pull back, come on, back here. Back where we were.
Oh. So I assume CSA probably will be able to get that one. I don't know about this one. So again, the forest has worked well for CSA. It would make sense for CSA to go in the wood line again and then flank around and charge in here right away, trying to get those flags. Union, it's a rough position. Now, Union's kind of making a mistake right now, I think, right? Sure, they're forming up. They held the charge, they countercharged, they pushed CSA out. They're a lot more reformed than the CSA right now, meaning on the field where they're fighting, they outnumber the CSA. Union as a team should have pushed up into that. Because the huge thing with CSA this round is they've got that buck and ball and Union doesn't. And so you don't want CSA to kind of just naturally get their full strength. Sure, it's very risky. I do agree with that. However, you're just going to sit around, let the CSA reform, and then hit you again in the forest that's been working really well for them. I think it's a mistake. And especially considering the fact that each side is close to their last stage, right? When the Union hits CSA in the final push, which is going to happen, the black timer is going to drop. CSA will still have infinite respawns, but the black timer will drop. And so you're just giving CSA more time as a defender. Sure, it's risky, but I think not doing anything is a worse choice. But JD's getting a little aggressive on the CSA. They can't do it on their own, that's for sure. No one can.
Hey, we gotta make it bloody. We gotta make it bloody. We gotta make it bloody. We have to fight towards the point.
Take more time. We need to take more time. Hold it here and keep shooting.
So, I mean, at this point, I mean, the issue for Union as well is, right, they struggled in the wood line. They're going to struggle. CSA is going to get one of those flags out. But they have half their team out in the open field. So, Union needs to send all their guys in the wood line, or at least assist on a flank, something like that. because CSA any second now, 12th VA is rolling in, and this is the whole CSA team here ready to go. Union is starting to shift a little bit. We'll see where they go, but CSA, we'll see how they want to play this. They've got plenty of time.
Spread out the line. Keep up the independent, boys. Spread it out.
So Union's done exactly that. But again, right, it's the same exact thing that we saw earlier in this round, but a different situation. CSA is kind of cooped up. Union's encircling, kind of shooting into one little blobbed area. CSA just needs to punch out. Exactly what they need to do. And the longer they kind of sit here, Union is starting to get the better of them in the shootout. And CSA any second is going to hit final push. Sure, normally in a case like this, maybe as CSA you would like a shootout, but it's kind of clear that Union's been winning this shootout, and so CSA's got to punch out. Union, I think rightly so, kind of backing off. 6LA moving out of that woods, which is good to see. That Union group there, I think it's JD, they just kind of fell back further, which, again, good to see. You don't want to push yourself near the CSA. At this point now, Union just needs to get CSA in the final push as soon as they can. Which, I mean, they're doing it as fast as they can, right? But they need to drop CSA down the final push and then avoid hitting last stand as long as possible. CSA, maybe they're just trying to get Union down a little more on tickets, but before they're capped on time. However, they've got to make a move soon. 5th and actually just 12th VA is pushing forward now. Nope, they don't see JD. A lot of bushes there. Any second CSA is going to drop. I really think CSA is just trying to keep it, bring both sides down to their last stage at the same time through the shootout. It's not worked. And CSA is slowly starting to push up in the woods, spread out a little more.
Right place, boys. Shift it right, boys. Shift it right. Up and over, boys.
And they don't realize JD's sitting back here. And 5th New Hampshire as well. So again, they're in a great flanking spot, but if they get wiped, that's going to be a huge ticket hit to the Union, and they can't really afford it right now.
Line them up, line them up.
Which CSA sees them, and they need to charge these guys if they have numbers, which nothing crazy. How have they not hit final push yet? Okay, I'll stop talking. And yep, unsurprisingly, I-Corps 12th VA guys, seeing JD and a potential flag to get down, they're going to charge that in 5th New Hampshire as well. This is not something you want as Union at this point, right? Your tickets matter, CSA, deaths don't matter, they have infinite spawns. JD in 5th New Hampshire, again, it's a great spot to have, but again, you're just trying to avoid taking last stand as long as possible. And they're still trying to hold ground here. I don't know what they're doing. They should have left the moment they hit CSA a final push. No need for them to stay over here. They're just going to lose tickets and lose a flag and hit their team in the last stand. You know, small things.
Oh! Hold this damn line, goddammit! Aloha snack bar!
Because CSA can just farm this group without having to charge out on the Union on point.
Come on, Rebel boy! Pay them taxes! Pay them up!
Plays that. I got their flag, boys. Clean this shit up.
And that hits him the last stand. So now CSA's got a little less than 3 minutes to completely wipe the Union team. If a Union player was dead, they spawn back at main. However, this is it for the Union. They die, they don't come back. And that's why you can't get last stand. 2.5 minutes at this point. A long time for the CSA to wipe through the Union. So, serious mistake there from JD and the 5th New Hampshire guys that were there. Again, great flank, but it's a small picture to be looking
Spread
at.
out, boys. I want to see gaps between the teeth. Spread out, boys.
Incoming!
Spread out.
I got one aim.
So CSA smartly spreading out, not trying to blob up again. Not that their tickets necessarily matter. Union, at least some of them are trying to at least preserve their tickets a little bit. You still got a fair amount of Union at this point. Union just needs more bodies on point when the clock hits 0 and they can take it. So 6LA is trying to do a little bit of a maneuver here. Maybe try to get behind and get some flags or get a flank. Because at this point, the biggest thing for Union is trying to get those CSA flags down. You don't want CSA to keep getting respawns in here. CSA, alternatively, just need to keep the flags alive.
We got Yanks north, guys.
So Union's going to have to charge in a second
Yanks
for
coming
sure.
behind us north.
And they have to wipe flags. Nice try from 6LA. Did not work. Meanwhile, you got Union starting to move in. CSA starting to cap.
Brace left, brace left.
Tennessee, brace left, spear the wall. Fucking wall.
Down the road, down the road.
Let's go! Let's go!
My bad, Pat. My bad, Billy.
Die, you fucking Yankees, die!
So no surprise with that hold from CSA there. And they're going to completely take the field here in a second. Really good round there from the CSA side. Again, not necessarily a great start, right? Obviously, the plan you wanted was kind of exposed, if you want to call it that. But they responded well. They eventually grouped up together, hit that wood side, and they pushed right through the Union side. Interestingly, I was just looking on the frontline reporters, and they had different end screens. Interesting. But yeah, they just reacted really well. They changed, like, okay, the open's not open. We should maybe go and fight in the woods now. And so, good reaction from them. I mean, Union had a great start to the round. Obviously, they was doing well. The shooting out was working. And, I mean, all things considered, they kept things kind of close. They were obviously fighting in the woods and whatnot, right? And that's always going to be difficult for Union, especially when you're outnumbered. So CSA was able to win in that woods. And then that JD, 5th New Hampshire group in the woods killed them. That dropped them in the last stand way sooner than what they should have been. And maybe it would have made a difference. Who knows? But regardless, good round 1.5. We'll see you all shortly for round 2. And here we are with the start of our second round now, 2.0. Hopefully, there's no more updates to this round. But we got Conquest. And Conquest works. You have 3 points of contention. The A, B, and C point. Each side is fighting to raise their lovely flag on top of those flagpoles. And whoever controls the majority of those flagpoles will deal a ticket loss to their opponent. And if you're up 1-0, you deal 1 flagpole worth. If you're up 2-0, you deal 2 flagpoles. Same with 3 flagpoles worth. Now, let's see each side captures 1. They cancel each other out. No one loses tickets. If one side is up 2-1, a flag on each side cancels, and a team is down. The team that's up by a flag will be dealing 1 flagpole's worth of damage to their opponent. It's not like they're dealing 2 flagpoles worth to them, and the opponent is dealing 1 flagpole worth to them. Caught me off guard. I saw something in the text chat. Yeah, I don't know why the server said that. Anyways, our balance, it's up Union by 1. Artillery-wise, CSA takes 4. Union has 2. So, with that in mind, our infantry and balance is 3 in favor of the Union side. So, I will note that I'm pretty sure they're doing it this week as well. I'm pretty sure it's a rule for this event, but the flag flag ticket loss rate on your opponent is 60% of what it normally is. Even it applies now, but even more so in a normal round of Conquest, is that the flags will deal more consistent damage to you in tickets than anything else in this game. A charge, a shootout, flags are way more in terms of a ticket loss. So, fighting over the flags and winning the flags should always be your top priority. Anything else should be a sideshow and set aside. If you doing something does not lead to you getting that flagpole back directly, you should not be doing that thing. So, with that all being said, CSA get to the point first. However, they don't have a flag, so they can't raise it. JD and 15th Alabama going across. I'm pretty sure each side spawned on their opposite sides. They have SWAT spawns for this round, so Union spawns, or spawn traditionally where CSA is. I think. I don't know, though.
This is our fence.
But anyways, Union wins this pretty dominantly. They've brought 3 flags over to this side, and they've already started capturing it. CSA is funneling in reinforcements. Not a whole lot over here, but you maybe have some skirmishing on this front. And here comes the CSA force that captured the C point. 10th Tennessee and CQB are now moving in, and Union's kind of in a pincer right now. And again, flags. Flags, flags, flags. That is what matters for this mode. Obviously to capture the point, but these maps are huge, and you don't want to have to respawn at main. I mean, briefly looking, right? I mean, you got all the way over here fighting all the way to over here. I mean, it's just a huge, huge map. So Union captures the point, starting to deal a ticket loss on the CSA. Union starting to shift their direction. Instead of sitting here in the center, they're kind of off the point a little bit, trying to get some nice shots on the CSA. Meanwhile, CSA instantly starting the decap. 10th Tennessee starting sending guys over there. Good job on their part. CSA is going to have the slight advantage on that point just because it's closer to their side of the road, or I guess the snake fence. I mean, it is on their side of the road, however. They will get a decap here, and it looks like CSA is looking to try and take this back. Meanwhile, Union group in the distance, they should really go for that C point. Now, we know there's nobody there, but the thing is, right, if 6LA goes to that C point and nobody's there, great, they get the point open. If there's guys there, oh well, you know, it's a gamble, and I think it's a good gamble to send a couple of guys over to that far point to try to decap it, because that's how you play Conquest. But I'll explain more in a second. CSA starting to push over to the Union side of this road here. A couple of I-Cord guys. Doug as well. If anything happens, you can blame this man. I will say, though, he's a goat at PUBG. So, yeah, it's a joke. Except for the PUBG thing. Otherwise, that's a joke. So, CSA is starting to roll over Union. Union's down on tickets. But how you play Conquest is relatively simple. I keep switching it up between Conquest and Contention. But Conquest, you have 3 points, right? You have a safe point, you have a middle point, and you have your opponent's safe point. Right? If you're CSA, you keep a couple guys back at your safe point just to protect it. You send most of your team towards the center point, and then you send a small force out to your opponent's safe point to try to decap. Because it's a small price to pay to send a couple guys over to your opponent's safe point, but it can reap a lot of benefits, because if they can get a decap, you only send a couple guys to go decap, and you prevent them from dealing it, or at least you take away a flag. So it's huge, right? And if a few guys die, oh well. But unfortunately for the Union here, 5th VA, 2 core over here, they're just shooting off shots. PA's over here as well. Now that CSA's kind of held the center, and they at least have 1 Union flag down, CSA could kind of react and at least hold that C point down. You get 2 core and PA, though, wanting to help up their friendlies, but by the time they arrived, it was pretty much over for them. But over near the A point, 12th VA is getting aggressive. I don't know if they're just trying to secure this flank or if they're going to make a attempt at that A point. But a lot of Union main spawn moving out now. Union, at least for the moment, down 1 flag. 2 core kind of backing off with PA. And Union is already down 1/3 of a morale stage. So obviously you want to go and capture the points, right? But you got to do things kind of as a team effort here. You can't go in alone unless you're trying to like be sneaky and decap your opponent. Safe point. 12th VA is moving through the Union arc. No, they're not. Union's over here. I forgot which side I selected. That little message pops up for when your arty gets taken over, which it looks like you got the 5th New Hampshire. Maybe this is why 2 core and PA didn't go, because 5th New Hampshire was assigned to do such tasks, and they kind of swept through that, getting those kills there. So I'm going to switch sides here if we're more likely to see that, just so there's less of that pop-up. Union starting to push 12th VA out.
Silver, I swear to God, if you drop that fag, we're gonna just get the bad word. My goodness, there's about 1,000 Yankees there. That's all.
So CSA's got control of the map. 5th New Hampshire at this point should be able to get a decap here and at least...
I mean, I'm not going to knock him. I mean, I do also love the giant Q-tip, but it is a little strange. Just saying.
Swab your ass for that, buddy.
So they're going to at least prevent Union temporarily from getting flags lost, but on top of obviously the initial fact that the CSA side's going to lose a flag, right? At that point, CSA's got to send somebody back with a flag to figure that out. And now if each individual person's like, I don't know if my friendlies are going to do it, I should do it, what happens is you get multiple groups with flags going back, and it kind of create an overreaction to let the rest of your team push in and do some effective damage. But anyways, they're going to get that decap. 30th Ohio, the first to push up and engage here. Huge decap there. Engaging with I-Corps on this side. Meanwhile, the rest of the Union spearheading the B point here. So Union win over that side pretty quickly. Corn Brigade got completely shot down by I-Corps. Meanwhile, a lot of CSA has shifted to the right side of the sunken lane. However, Union's going to be able to get a decap here and start dealing a ticket loss on the CSA. And here comes 5th NC and banners.
Use the fence in the defilade, gentlemen. 15th on me down here. 15th, I want you down over here.
We shall take over. We shall reunite the Union. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
Still on the bugle here. It's amazing.
I killed the flag. I'm out of pistol bullets. Shoot these guys.
Just saw a ninja put a message in the chat. It says, lads, just try your best. Apparently spawns are different than what we planned for, so... I mean, yeah, at least did not say in the chord sheet that they were swapped sides, so maybe a miscommunication there. But CSA sent one group back so far. They don't have a flag, though, and that's what I mean, right? You got 10, 15 dudes just sitting here doing nothing. And, I mean, Union's starting to take advantage on the point. You got more heading this way now. CQB will note 5th New Hampshire's just hiding. They're not engaging. That's real good. Because the moment CSA leave, they can just walk right back on that point. And because so many CSA are distracted, Union is now starting to win on the B point. And they're going to capture this point and deal 2 flagpole loss on the CSA. I assume it's about to be raised. Raise it!
Come back. Come back. What are you doing? Flag is done. Flag, come back.
So that's huge for Union. And now CSA... Oh, hello. I mean, you don't have a whole lot of flags down right now. CSA might overwhelm on B. Looks like that CSA group there just sent their flag over to the C point. But again, they're kind of just sitting and shooting in the distance. CSA does outnumber on point. You do have Union kind of over here sitting and shooting. But
I killed their officer. I killed their officer.
Get this flag up. Let's go.
Let's hold this point, boys. Someone get the flag. Pick up the flag.
Run out, boys.
Dude, Brent, stop playing the music.
so CSA, I-Corps holding pretty good numbers on that side. A lot of Union guys are shooting at CSA over here. I think it's 12th VA. I don't know why you got Iron Brigade, MB, and I think that's some 30th guys just shooting it off of 12th VA here. 12th VA is being a really good distraction here because that's a lot of Union guys just not involved in the fight. So CSA is trying to get a decap on the B point. Again, they're still going to be losing tickets for the moment. Never mind. They're going to make things even again.
Let's go get them on that fence. Get that flag, boys. Get that flag.
Wow, they stopped it. I mean, that's the thing too, right? Union's playing this game mode how you should. CSA hasn't sent anybody to decap the A point. And so when you're fighting only 2 points, it can be difficult. It can be very difficult for the team that's not trying to fight over all 3 points. Because Union is... I mean, that's the thing, right? If Union has a lock on the A point and we're fighting over the B and C point... right, Union, odds are, is more than likely going to win that. So far, that hasn't been the case, but, I mean, 5th New Hampshire's still over there. You do have a CSA guy in the barn, so they might have seen him, although some of that CSA is starting to move off or in away from the C point. Union reinforcements back off of 12th VA finally, and now they're pushing in Iron Brigade first, Corn Brigade following.
Kill that fire clear.
Regardless, Union hit engage first.
On this fence.
On the fence.
And good shots there from Iron Brigade. And Union has taken a complete control of the sunken lane, with CSA now having 2 flags down. And I mean, seriously, a lot of that started with 5th New Hampshire getting a decap there, forcing a lot of CSA back. And then CSA was simply outnumbered on the B point, and Union numbers prevail in the end. And they also got 2 CSA flags down. So, real good start on their part. Union only needs 3 guys over here to get a decap. So, looks like they're all hiding down underneath the barn here. Having a good time down there. Oh. You ever wonder what underground looked like? There's no dirt. It's just some grass there. So, Union get that B point. CSA is going to drop to engaged any second now. And look at that. Just talking it happens. But if I'm 12th VA here, obviously you got the RD to charge, but they need to go for that A point.
I don't have a bayo either, but we'll hit them with the bats if we have to.
No bullet, no bitches, no dowry, no bank account, no credit card.
Alamo, boys, Alamo.
You have no colonies,
Chase them.
no
Chase
kids,
them.
no
Friends,
food,
friends, friends,
no
friends.
air.
And
Natty, we have.
Nitro here, MBA RD officer, is spamming the A button in the chat, trying to get attention to his teammates that A is being pushed right now. And it looks like 30th Ohio is going to answer the call. That is a largeable? That's a new word. There's a large force heading over to that point. So it looks like 12th VA will at least be able to get a decap. So we'll see how much of a frenzy that puts the Union in. Because 30th Ohio now they're starting to move over. But they might be a little outnumbered there actually. So both sides engaged. Union still dealing a ticket loss about a third of the way through the game. And I mean, you can kind of see the result of the slower cap rate. There's not... I mean, both sides would be probably halfway through engaged if the caps were 100%.
Shift left. Keep shifting down left.
Damn, that was a good shot on that flag.
Everybody
Holy
with 15
crap.
right here. Everybody with 15 down left. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming.
So Union just kind of responding. 12th VA gets that decap. And 30th Ohio is just sitting and shooting with them. 12th VA is going to get a cap. Now, are they going to try to hold this or not? Because if they don't, that'd be huge for Union. They're still going to get... Delta is getting it. Frank protecting him with... Oh, Frank taking a bullet for Delta. And that allows for the cap to happen. 12th VA, though, not wanting to stay there too long and potentially lose their flag. They're going to try to dive bomb towards the B point. 30th Ohio has access to the point right now. And 30th Ohio should be able to take the point back. The question is, though, is that communicated to their team? That at least they can take the point back. Because, I mean, Union's got a firm hold, and if they... It looks like they've communicated it, that they're taking A back, but they have not notified that 12th VA is still alive in the corn. It looks like 2 Corps is readjusting there slightly, but 12th VA is going to catch the Union off guard.
Hey guys.
Right behind you.
Hey,
Hey guys. Oh my god. Flag, guys.
right here.
Hold on, let me get my bayonet, guys. Pause, please.
Die!
But, I mean, Union's got numbers, so it won't matter a whole lot. Again, a couple kills, and I guess 12th VA lost that flag there in the end. Wow. So it did not matter. However, it distracted. CSA starting to move down. They got to charge it anyway, right away. They can't sit and wait and let Union reform.
Shoot and move, shoot and move, shoot and move. Leapfrog, goddammit.
Trying to move out a little slow though. Union gets a point back, starting to deal a ticket drain. And I mean, even with a flag advantage for a hot minute, sides still fairly even on tickets.
Give them hell, boys. Keep pushing. Keep going. Keep pushing.
Keep going, yes. Yes.
Oh God.
See you in Valhalla, Sanders.
Forward, boys, forward. We gotta get
So
forward.
Union kind of shifting down, trying to prevent them from getting flanked. Good idea on their part. A lot of the fences destroyed thanks to Artie. A couple of guys charging in trying to get a decap, and we don't know where that flag is. Union has the point captured. Doug is letting it rip. There he goes.
You killed an officer.
Meanwhile, PA and 2 Corps moving over to assist, and they're going to hold that flank for Union side. And this is looking very good for Union side here, unless there's any CSA up top, which it looks like they're now starting to move in, but not a whole lot. Might be too little too late.
Oof, you guys didn't even know, bro. That's how it's
Charge them out, boys. Charge them out. Charge them out, boys. Charge them. For the Union. Shall we take these lands for the Union? Charge them out. Charge them out. Everybody taking these lands for the Union.
So that's a down CSA flag. That's now 2. You do have a 3rd CSA flag pushing this way now. CQB and 10th Tennessee, guys.
Mwah. Mwah.
And they should be able to get it. D's getting a couple good shots there. So, man, CSA's in a really bad spot right now. How is this flag getting out? Walta's got to get it out. Nope, Walta dead. But CSA pick up the flag back on this side, and Union has a lock on this point.
This is how we'll break the Union, boys. Kill all their twink. Then they'll be
And again, numbers are perfectly even. I mean, CSA is 6-4 on artillery, but
Hold your boys, hold your banners.
I mean, Union's just straight up dominating this round. And part of it, I mean, you got 2 CSA flags down. Union's not sending anyone to the A point. They have a couple guys back there, CSA, but CSA hasn't really tried to send anyone. I mean, it was just, I guess, 30th Ohio was in the right place, right time. 12th V, I'm surprised they didn't try to hold that point. Maybe they thought their friendlies were charging in on B, so they wanted to assist there, but was not powerful enough.
Good shot. Beautiful shot, boys. Shot his fucking head off.
Hey, I court too.
So CSA still got plenty of time on the clock, but
We got Union moving in the road, west, northwest, boys.
obviously they can't take forever with this. 12th VA now rolling back up.
Oh, Jesus. Now they're going to notice us.
Oh, look at these 12 VA fucks in video land. Doing our job. You Virginia boys all trying to steal my stuff. What's my fucking position? Steal this shit from me. You get me killed. Yeah, that's right. You protect me while I shoot them.
So Union starting to go up top, and I mean, partially to get the CSA flag, they could send the group towards A. A lot of the Union are, or sorry, the C point, but a lot of Union are starting to push and make sure CSA really can't get a foothold near the point. Not a bad idea there. Oh, and CSA did leak a group through. Good to see here from 5th North Carolina here. Huncho, Denman, and Palago. I'm sorry if I butchered that. But that's something CSA has kind of desperately needed this whole time. They need to get a decap group up there. And you got 30th Ohio now charging CSA, who are pushing up this side. CQB, MSG, and Tennessee.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Oh yeah, come on over. Oh, you didn't. Another officer. Oh, never mind.
Come with me!
Come here.
Shoot
Come
their
here.
flag. Shoot their flag.
No, you come here! You come here, you little...
No, you come here. Where are you going, coward?
Yeah, they need to get that flag down. I mean, it's a nice... Oh, why is he turning back around? No! Union can't... 30th Ohio, again, you don't mind the idea of doing this, but if Union loses the flag all the way over here, that's something they can't afford. He's got to get out of there.
Come here, you. Come here. Just keep stabbing one another. Come here.
Come here,
Keep stabbing
Kate,
one
turn around
another.
and fight me
Come
like
here.
a man. Large, run.
Come here.
And
Hey, turn around and fight me like a man.
he's going to at least get it back in a reasonable spot. Union holds the corner. CSA starting to shift around. Meanwhile, artillery's got up for Union's got to protect this. They just have, well, they have to kill the guy decapping, and then they can prevent this. Nitro's just got to run over there with his pistol. That's all he's got to do. But he doesn't notice. Now he does. Trying to dodge and weave. Oh. Well. They do get that decap. Wow. Who's going to go back? Now the question is, are we going to see an overreaction here from the Union side?
15 up and over in the road. Up and over 15.
I got two Rambos to the left.
So Union's starting to kind of mimic the CSA, pushing down this line. And they might charge the banners who are up here. Or actually, it's it's banners. Some I-Corps guys as well.
Keep coming, boys. Right here. Right here, gentlemen. Get into him. Get into him. In their face. Send it in their face.
Hold. Well, shit.
Stay there, I got him. No. Get that flag up, boys. Get that flag up. Get this flag up. Hurry.
Right here.
Keep on him, boys. Keep on him.
What are you fucking doing?
Good shit,
I will
boys.
stand
Good
my
shit.
ground.
We're on him, boys. Keep killing.
Tater.
Stand my ground.
Hey, Tater.
You will never win.
We got you,
Stand my
brother.
ground.
Hold. Don't retreat. Don't retreat. Hold. Come on.
I will stand my ground. I will
It's like the longest charge I've ever seen. Not really. It's just it's funny because everyone's just sitting, not wanting to hop over and charge. Union should win this eventually, which they do get a CSA flag down there. Meanwhile, Union flag down in the road there as well. Union's a little scattered here as Union sends, who do we got? Corps Brigade's heading back. Also, you have some 2 Corps guys sending a flag back. So, I mean, that's 2 Union flags out of the fight there. Maybe a little bit of an overreaction there from the Union side. CSA does get that down flag we saw a moment ago back, which is good on their part. But this is the moment that CSA's got to try to get this B point back.
Get the flag, please.
I have no clue, but I got your back. No worry.
Iron Brigade, actually 5th New Hampshire and 2nd Wisconsin guys show up at the right time trying to help get these flags out. Union needs to get these flags out. If CSA can get these 2 flags down, there will be no Union flags alive near the B point.
Everything in that corner is enemy.
They're trying to hold that. Man, this is really scattered. I guess CSA is kind of starting to concentrate here, but I don't get it. CSA, you had someone decap the A point. Meaning Union's at least going to send a group or 2 behind. CSA should be full throttle at that point. I don't know why they're sitting back and shooting. They're just kind of letting the Union, reform and get back over here. Maybe they didn't know the decap was happening because, I mean, CSA was just slowly pushing around this side. And, I mean, eventually they were able to take it back. They got 2 Union flags down. One of them is still down. The other one being picked up here by Logan Grimm. But CSA, you're starting to run out of time here. So CSA's got to make a move on one of the points soon. And any minute now, Union's going to return with those 2 flags again.
Let's go.
We're pushing B.
And now they're starting to do that, but is it too late? I mean, you do have a fair amount of Union sitting over here. A lot of Union coming out of the main spawn, so that window is still open. It's definitely open now. I don't know why this group's going this way. They're going Brigade. I don't know why they're heading over to where Iron Brigade is. CSA is not going to be pushing that most of the time. Most of the time they're going to be fighting over B point. I don't know why they went that way. So 2 Corps is going to try to, at least 6LA is going to try their best.
We will hold the Confederate army.
Withdraw. Pull back. Pull back. Go, ready to go.
Go.
So good call on 6LA's part, realizing the situation, but man, I don't know if Corn Brigade would have necessarily made the difference, but obviously they needed to go in. Looks like they're now pushing up. Iron Brigade's following with a lot of Union main spawns. I assume they're going to push up and try to get their flag and then push their way. But good job by CSA here. Really good job. Maybe it took a little longer than what you would hope, but they did it in the end. And as a result, they're going to get that B point back, and they have a chance to even things out again.
Banners, get to the star now.
Banners, get to the star.
So Union's going to... Oh my goodness, they're so spread out. I mean, obviously these guys are going for their flag. You can understand what they're doing. Second Wisconsin going in kind of on themselves. Corn Brigade's going about. Meanwhile, you got I-Corps guys. I don't know if they're trying to flank. I mean, Zoo's in front. I don't know if they're trying to flank or go for that A point, but Union's kind of going in on their own right now.
I see something out there, William. Look in the corn left.
Which they initially will hold that and get some 12th VA guys and a flag down, probably catch them off guard. Meanwhile, Union pick up their flag. They've got, I assume, they got 2 flags over here, and they're starting to make a push on the CSA left. Chaos, my friends. This is Conquest.
Shit. Die.
Get in there, gentlemen. Get in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're shooting way over, bro.
Keep going. Fight here, kill him.
So Union slowly making some ground. CSA starting to organize. Union actually kind of prevailing on this side, getting a CSA flag down. Which it looks like that CSA flanking force is now pushing on the other side of this sunken lane.
And put we still take the Confederate flag down, and once again fly the flag of the Union over these sacred lands.
Union flag, just gotta watch it. And man, this is chaos. Union group heading out that way. Union would like to have that in the lines right now. It's 2 Union flags down. They might be able to get them out. Man, this is chaos. CSA is going to hit breaking. Union's still up by half morale stage. I mean, still, even though CSA's got the flagpole lead, Union is at least dealing some ticket damage. And I mean, they have a ticket lead, so they have a little bit of time. Now, I think it's important to note that the winner of Conquest is either determined by whoever has a higher morale stage when the clock hits 0, or if one team fully wipes their opponent team by forcing them in the last stand and then wiping them from there. Now, when I say it's you have a higher morale stage, like right now, Union technically has the higher morale, but they're in the same morale stage, and as a result, that would be a tie. So it doesn't matter how high or low you are in a stage, it would be a tie. Now, CSA is going to drop the breaking in a second, right? And let's say the game finishes with CSA. Let's say CSA gets breaking and the game ends, right? Union right now isn't taking losses. CSA would be in breaking, and Union would win. Just based on them being in a higher morale stage. Now, maybe they could change that to where, you know, whoever has the higher morale, perhaps. But yeah, maybe that would make things a little more interesting. I don't know. I guess it all depends on the circumstance in the round, right? Because, I mean, a team could knock their opponent and be up by like 3/4 of a morale stage, but it could be a draw in the end because of the if they're in the same morale stage, right? So I guess it's just some circumstances. And I mean, I never really mentioned it. CSA got the decap at A. I think I-Corps, or it might be. I don't know who it is. Let's find out. 5th NC. And banners. Sussy. And CSA actually get a 3 cap off. Holy crap. I wasn't even registering that. 3-minute counterattack on the clock. If one team captures all 3 points like we saw, the counterattack begins. 3 minutes, gold timer, black timer stops. Now, the Union side has 3 minutes to either neutralize 2 of the points or capture 1 for their own, which CSA back off it pretty quickly, but regardless, they're doing 3 flagpoles worth of damage. That is an insane amount of damage to be doing to your opponent. Union's going to drop the breaking any second now, and wow, I was not expecting that. Really good job by them. That's going to distract Union for a longer period of time on top of dealing a lot of damage. Looks like some 50A guys tried to go around this side. I-Corps caught him. And, I mean, even though I don't know if it's exactly true, but I mean, CSA is dealing 3 flagpoles worth of damage right now. Union's about to get a decap. I'm pretty sure they're only dealing 2 flagpoles worth at this point, despite it still showing 3. But at least they'll be dealing 2 flagpoles worth for about another 25-ish seconds. So Union drops to breaking. This round could be a last stand based on how close things are. They've been saying charge for a while, but look at how long it's taking them to actually get over and charge. So this is going to be big. Someone probably more important for Union here. They don't want to lose a flag. Which that Union flag gets out of dodge pretty quickly. Don't blame them there. CSA will win that there. Meanwhile, the rest of the Union team shows up from the A point, and we're about to have a little bit of a battle over here. MSG 12-3A moving over to assist.
Hey, look at you, twin brothers. Look at y'all. Y'all, man, y'all look so...
Hey, focus.
So, Corn Brigade holding up on this side, trying to get shots. Union sitting over here. Meanwhile, you got some charging. This is not going to be successful. Look how many CSA are over here, very scattered out. Second Wisconsin's going this way.
Officer right.
Which they're going to try at that C point, but they shouldn't be able to do it. There's a lot of CSA kind of out and about there. It's a nice attempt, right? I mean, you send only a couple guys, sure, they die, it sucks, but, you know, it was only a couple guys, it's not the worst thing in the world, but if no one's there, that's a huge upside for them. That was a decent already shot. So Union's kind of just moving around the CSA here, not really trying to engage them, which, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but when you only do it with part of your team, it's like, what? And I mean, CSA just smartly adjusting right away. But JD's trying to get closer to the point, but they, again, it's just a numbers game. They're outnumbered right now. Union is dropping through breaking right now. And, you know, I mentioned it was a little bit of a time crunch about 9-10 minutes ago for the CSA. It's even more so for the Union now.
Easy shots, boys. Right into that corn to the west.
They're going to charge, my goodness. I mean, they did shoot them down completely. Union has a lot of, again, they're sitting over here shooting, but CSA's still, like, kind of holding there. They're starting to beat them out, though. But Union's got to make a move soon.
Come, brother, come. I have wares.
And Zoo pops the flag, so... I mean, Union's inching forward. Union's halfway through breaking now.
Hey, gentlemen, southeast. I want you to wheel this line to the left over here.
Southeast,
Or to the
please.
right.
Southeast,
Keep that flag
please.
down, boys. Keep that flag down.
Oh, they're behind us. They're right here. They're right here. They're right here.
Here they are, boys.
Hey, over here to the south. Southeast.
Southeast, please.
I think I might have just put a few Rambos.
There's more of them,
You
gentlemen.
just got cheddar, Bob.
I've not heard that in a while.
Hell yeah, cheddar,
Shoot up,
Bob.
boys.
That's
Shoot
our
up,
fucking
boys.
CO, baby. That's our CO.
Up and over, everyone. Up and over.
So, Union refuses the line, gets their flag back up, and now the battle's kind of turned. At this point, right, CSA, you're up by a flagpole. Flag's dealing damage to them on the Union. Just ticket loss, right? So CSA, obviously, if they can hold this line and keep that flagpole lead, that's great. But if things start going bad, they just need to lay as long as possible. Every second you have that flag up, more tickets be lost. But Union's starting to kind of flank around here. CSA refused their line or moved their line a little bit to face Union. They're really blobbed up. Union kind of doing a similar thing what we saw last round, but maybe not to the as extreme. 15th Alabama starting to flank around. Some CSA are seeing them and moving this way. Actually, it looks like 5th NC guys, they're trying to go decap. They're just slipping right through there. Fat Doink wants a kill, though. He gets it. But CSA starting to move over. Those 3 5th NC guys do make it through, but unlike last couple times, Union kept the force there at the 8 point. It's kind of just a natural reaction. And great, Union shifted over, but they're eerily close to last stand here. They need to charge. If they don't charge, they're just going to hit last stand, and not really going to matter at that point. So they got to go in. Holy barrage. There we go. There's one at least. Union's going to hit last stand. It's Jover. Really good arty shots, right? I mean, I know most of them didn't hit, but they knocked over a couple guys. This kind of push from Union kind of got stalled out a little bit. At least its momentum's kind of gone, but Union kind of gets reformed there, pushing in. I don't know why Union on this side sitting and shooting. Those CSA guys up here, they're providing a great distraction. I-Corps up here, nicely done. I mean, 2 Corps charging them, but Union needed to go in about a minute or 2 ago. But I think it's too late at this point. Union's going to hit last stand in the next 30 or so seconds, probably. Oh, that wasn't even that. So at this point, Union can't get any more respawns. CSA having a flag advantage doesn't matter, but CSA would want to keep that just so Union can't deal a ticket loss on them. If CSA can hold this charge, they will outright win the game.
He's taking it down.
Oh, Union already. CSA hold up on top of the hill. And CSA is going to win on the B point here. We got a good amount of Union who spawned back at main.
What are they doing here?
Kill him, kill him.
Yeah, kill them Yanks. Kill them. Yeah. Get them, Jim. Get them. Good shit, Dixie. Smoke them all, boys.
He's right here, Yankees right here, Yankees right here.
Wow.
Nice, nice. Coming down the road, boys.
So, CSA outright hold that. The last of the Union are starting to move out of their main spawn, but CSA is going to get a good 2-0 here tonight. I mean, both sides did the whole decap. Their opponents, CSA did it twice, Union did it once, and honestly, that probably decided our game, really. And I mean, the triple cap was unbelievable from CSA side. So, Union side, just bonsaiing in. I do want to look up, though. Anyways, yeah, CSA are gonna sweep this. I mean, yeah, it truly just came down to whoever was able to decap their opponent's safe point more often. CSA did it twice, Union did it once. CSA especially doing it when they had all 3 points and was able to knock Union down a lot. I mean, sure, you can... There's a lot of other moments that happened in this round that maybe decided things, but those were probably the biggest 3 moments of the round, was just those decaps. So, good 2 rounds tonight, nonetheless. I mean, 3 rounds, nonetheless, tonight. It was well kind of fought. CSA was able to edge it out, though, in the end, and I mean, that's kind of all that matters in the end. MB is going to do a last stand here on the point. CSA's got to wipe all but 3 guys or capture all 3 points to end the game. And if they capture all 3 points, they still got to hold it for 3 minutes.
Y'all should have fucking seen what I just did up there. That shit was funny as fuck.
Oh, yeah,
What did he say to you?
He said he wanted me to surrender, and I said, "Here, let me think about it," and I just shot him in the face.
We should have surrendered!
So, yeah, really not much more to say with this round. Again, it was really good fought by both sides tonight. Again, right, it just comes down to those individual moments or plays that can really matter. We saw with the first round, like JD, 5th New Hampshire being behind the whole CSA team, and it really drove their team in the last stand first. And then you get this round, it was that triple cap by CSA. It's all that, it's those moments that matter. And I mean, it's like any sport you watch, especially like football, for example. It's just, you know, quarterback throws the ball, could be picked off, but the defenseman, like, drops it or something like that. I mean, every little thing like that, it kind of matter. So, and that's similar with this. So, really well done to CSA. Union had a heck of a night as well. Don't get me wrong. Despite the 2-0 from CSA, Union played really good, all things considered, as well. But it's just those little things. So, with that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and Clips channel in the description. If you like the daily YouTube shorts that we had on this channel for a while, we've moved that to a different channel now. But regardless of all of that, I appreciate you all. I could not do this without you, and we will see you all in the next one. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.